Utah Capitol Journal 2012, brought to you by Comcast and the Utah Cable Television Association.
Comcast Cares Day was a huge success. Comcast would like to thank the more than 3,100 employees, families, and community volunteers who gave of their time to enhance 11 elementary schools, city parks, and other organizations across the Wasatch Front to help kids and community members power their dreams. With your support, we made a lasting difference for thousands of students and community members in need. Thank you, and special thanks to our partner, KFC, for providing lunch.
Comcast Cares!
Hello, I'm Dale Zabriskie. Welcome to Capitol Journal, appearing 24 minutes after each hour on CNN Headline News and on Comcast On Demand throughout the legislative session. Our guest for this segment is Representative Carol Moss. Representative Moss, thank you for being with us. Tell us about the bill that you're carrying this year.
The bill that I'd like to talk about is House Bill 211. It's a bill that I also ran last year. And as a Democrat, we're very concerned about the health issues of Utahns, and our caucus has a number of health-related bills because we think it's critical to our state that we have healthy citizens and good education. And so my bill would require insurance coverage for people that have a rare but growing number of people, a disorder called eosinophilic gastrointestinal disorder, or EGID. Now, it mostly occurs in children. Only 1,300 Utahns have it now. But the dilemma is that insurance covers it if you have an expensive feeding tube and you're in the hospital. But this formula can be taken at home and can be taken orally, but it isn't covered in most insurance policies. And so people who are on Medicaid, it's covered. For the wealthy, they can afford it. And for the middle class, an average working person, it's nearly breaking some families. Some have lost jobs, they've spent down to go on Medicaid so they can cover it. It can cost from up to $50 for a can of this formula. And
is
so
that a one-day? It
can last, depending on the age of the child and the nutritional requirements, it could last 2 or 3 days. So maybe twice a week, two, 3 times. Some adults take it for short periods of time, and some have tried to call it a supplement, but it's life-saving. People, these eosinophils are a white blood cell, but they react to food in some cases, and it's like a food allergy of the worst kind. You're literally allergic to all food. But the principle here is that for a few pennies, 13 states have coverage. It's cost minimal amount to nothing to include it in the coverage, and yet it would benefit over 1,000 Utahns whose families are nearly bankrupt because of the cost.
And the opposition is the idea of mandating it?
It's absolutely the idea of mandates. That's become the dirty word, is a mandate, implying that if you get one, then if you accept one, you have to accept many. Yes, exactly.
What are some of the other things, health-wise, that your caucus is looking to do?
Well, one of them has to do with clean air. Representative Arendt has a bill that's already passed through the House that would establish a study group to look at air quality. That's one. I believe David Litvak has one. I may be getting the wrong person, but I can't think of the exact name, but there are a number of these kinds of bills, because these are things our constituents come to us. Representative Litvak had one about prosthetic limbs that was a similar kind of mandate a few years ago, and this kind of we're following that same principle. We have just citizen advocates, lobbyists, not high-paid lobbyists. We just have people that really care about it that have been helping us with this.
Thanks for being with us, Representative. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us. Please join us again for Capitol Journal, appearing 24 minutes after each hour on CNN Headline News and on Comcast On Demand throughout the legislative session. You can also check us out on Facebook.